What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. For the second time today, you get to see my beautiful face. The last video took so long to upload, I don't know what was going on. It took approximately 12 to 13 hours to transfer from my phone to upload to YouTube. I don't know if there was something going on with the file size on the transfer or what, but it took forever. This one should be a lot shorter. I'm only showing 5 releases to you guys today. This is all stuff that I've recently picked up from Bandcamp. I love the idea of Bandcamp. I love the platform itself. I love the fact that independent artists, smaller labels, and just smaller artists in general are able to get their stuff out there on a grander stage. I just love it as a platform. The fact that it combines streaming, digital downloads, and the ability to purchase merchandise all in one. It's just like a one-stop shop. I wish more independent bands and labels and stuff would take advantage of the Bandcamp format, because I think it is as a collector and as an admirer of music, it's probably my favorite platform so far. I mean, I purchased a lot of stuff from labels and eBay and that type of stuff, but I think Bandcamp is probably becoming my favorite just because there's so many layers to it. I'm going to shut up about all that and just get right into it. As I said, I got 5 releases to show. Some of these I've had for a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks now, and then some I've just gotten within the last day or two. Wanted to go ahead and just make a video with only these, because I think these are some smaller bands that definitely deserve a little bit of attention and maybe a light shine their way. So trying to get some exposure out there to some of these, and hopefully you guys will find some stuff that perhaps you wouldn't have found or even noticed otherwise. Getting into this, the first release is a phenomenal death metal release out of New York. We're only, halfway through May, and I can pretty much guarantee you that this little EP will be on my end of the year list come December or early January when I do my top albums from 2020. The EP I'm talking to you guys about today is Tombstoner with Descent to Madness. I love everything about this release, from the artwork all the way down to every last second of the music. It's only 5 tracks long, leaves me craving more. Redefining Darkness found a diamond in the rough with this release. As I said, it's death metal. I can't pigeonhole it just into death metal. I mean, death metal is such a wide and vague term. There's old school death metal. I think old school death metal probably is the biggest influence going into this, but you got bits of hardcore, you've got bits of thrash, you've got grindcore going on in this, and you've even got some slam going on. And the fact that they're able to capture so many different styles of heavy music, wrap them up in one little ball, and then just slam it in your face within that 25 minutes and leave you craving more is definitely a testament to these guys. It is a debut EP, which absolutely blows my mind. I hope these guys have been in other projects along the way, have been doing other types of material. If not, they got to be some kind of prodigies or something, because this is an absolutely phenomenal release. I cannot speak the praises of this EP enough. It will kick you square the nuts, it will slap you in the face, and it will snap your neck completely off. Fantastic stuff. If you don't do anything else from this video, go check out Tombstoner. I am going to be linking each one of these albums or releases up in the description through Bandcamp, so definitely take the time to go check this stuff out, because each of these deserves and should garner your attention. Next up, we have some doom metal, straight out of the graveyards of Philadelphia. This is Evilspeak with their self-titled demo. I think this was originally released on cassette. They have it on CD as well. I believe it originally released in September of 2019. This is another little 5-track demo type deal. Fantastic, kind of crusty stoner doom. It is just filthy, crusty, straight out of the graveyard doom. I enjoyed this quite a bit. Very groovy type stuff going on at times, and it will just get your head rocking like there's no tomorrow. So definitely go check out Evilspeak. They may be sold out on the cassettes. I can't remember. It was a little while ago when I actually purchased this CD, but they still had CDs in stock, so hopefully they still got some available, because I just like the little presentation of this as well. The disc, the artwork, I know my camera's not going to do the disc justice, but I love the look of the artwork on that disc. Next up, we have one that's a band off of the Black Line Records family banner, under the Black Line banner. This is Marrowfields with their release Metamorphoses. This just came out. It has not been out long at all. This is a debut full length from Merrill Fields. I believe they're from Massachusetts. This is kind of epic doom. It is a nearly hour-long journey through this album, just through like fields of sorrow. It is a very, very plotting, melancholic, but melodic release. Very, very. There's a lot of homage, I would say, to like the forerunners within this style of music. I know there's some heavy, heavy Candlemass influence going on, Pallbearer, even like some folky type stuff as far as maybe Primordial or Agalloch going on. The atmospherics aren't over the top like some of the Agalloch worship bands out there. Merrill Fields is able to capture a sound within doom that pays homage to like the forerunners while having a sound that is completely their own. And that's something that is just has to be a credit to them, because it's not easy to do. I think 5's the magic number, because this is also a 5-track release, but this one goes on for about an hour. Each track is roughly 10 minutes long. Fantastic stuff, but it does not. When you have so many 10 to 11 minute tracks in a row, sometimes it can become like a chore listening to some albums. That does not happen with Merrill Fields. It left me wanting to hear more. This is another debut. I was blown away that this was a debut. Fantastic stuff. Definitely go check that out as well. Next up, we have, I guess you could call this a single. Something it's a little bit different than the type of stuff I would usually pick up, but I have every other physical release from Mourning by Mourning, so I wanted to pick this up as well. Mourning by Mourning is an atmospheric, kind of ambient black metal project. Sometimes it's got black gaze going on. Quite a bit of black gaze on this, I would say, this single. This is a cover from Pokemon, from the Dragonspiral Tower. It is a cover of the Dragonspiral Tower theme. As I said, very black gaze type stuff on that track. He also put on this, the Man of God. It was on a split with, and the other project that was on that split has just slipped my mind. Doesn't really matter, because it turned out that project was ripping people off and that type of stuff, so they probably don't deserve to be remembered anyway. But he put the track that was on that split on this as well, so that's pretty awesome. You have the 2 tracks on this, signed and numbered out of 30. There were only 30 releases of this. I wanted to keep my Mourning by Mourning collection complete. Fantastic band. If you haven't checked out Mourning by Mourning, definitely go check them out. As I said, all the links are going to be down there in the Bandcamp. I think you will enjoy probably the self-titled full length and that type stuff a little bit better. Some of you may be into Pokemon. You might enjoy that cover as well. It's definitely interesting to hear his personal take on that song. So definitely go check out Mourning by Mourning. I know you've heard me talk about them before. And then last but definitely not least is another band I'm sure that you've all heard me talk about. Unless you're just a new follower of this channel and you haven't gotten that far yet, I also own all the releases from this project. I've touted this one-man project several times on this channel, and I will continue to do so as long as this project is still around. What I'm speaking of is Valiant with their newest release, Our Fathomless Nature. Fantastic, kind of epic, atmospheric black metal out of New Mexico. It's got that summoning. Definitely has the summoning worship going on this, and just that old school type atmospheric black metal, that epic black metal sound going on. Amazing stuff. This is probably my favorite release from Valiant so far. The production on this one is better than all of the previous releases, I would say. There's so many layers of soundscapes. Just the textures on this album within that production make it so layered, and each time I listen to this, I pick up things that I missed the listen before, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It's definitely something that has garnered my attention, grabbed my attention, and kept me coming back over and over within listens. And when you do something that's kind of atmospheric, that epic sounding, it can get tiresome sometimes listening to that. It can be exhausting almost to listen to something like that over and over. But this is something that's just kept me like coming back to the well, dipping from the well. Fantastic stuff from Archon, I think is how you pronounce that. Amazing one man project. He actually signed the releases down there. I don't know if you can see that, but his signature under there. And as far as I know, they're still available on Bandcamp as well, so I will link that up in case you want to pick up a copy of that for yourself. Definitely take the time to go check some of this stuff out. I think this is some stuff that maybe didn't quite land on some of you guys' radar, and definitely is definitely worthy of being checked out. And I'm sure some of you that follow this will definitely like it. That's all I've got for today. You probably won't see me for a couple days. I know I don't want you to be completely tired of seeing my beautiful face, but that's all I've got for today. Stay classy, stay metal. I'll see you all very soon. I promise.